Hi, Mark Savage, Savage on Wheels. We're talking family vehicles today. We got a mid-size SUV / crossover. This is Hyundai's Santa Fe, and we did the calligraphy version earlier, like 6-8 months ago, and now it's about $45,000 all loaded up. This one's $35,000 as it sits here, and you know, this is what every family needs, is something for 4 or 5 people. And I think it's a good-looking vehicle. Paul, let's show them the front end of this thing. I know we've mentioned this before, but we got the T-shaped lights. The T goes there. That's kind of cool. This is the XRT version. XRT, I don't know what that's supposed to stand for, but it means blacked out everything, which Paul and I, we've talked about this before. Everything's got to be blacked out now. Black's is sexy. I guess X sexy. I don't know. Anyway,
keep it clean.
Yeah, but it's cool. Anyway, and this is Portofino Gray, which, yeah, I think that's a mushroom, isn't it? I don't know. And a special thing on here is this running board, which doesn't look like much there, but you open it up, and it's perfectly fine. This is actually just perfect. They're stepping right up in here, making a nice easy step, not a high step. So easy for the family to get in and out. Black wheels as always. Paul, we gotta have black wheels, make it really sexy, baby. And power hatch, of course. And what I like about the back of this thing, and I don't know if we can see it here, Paul, because of maybe the sunlight here, but this is a huge cargo area. This does not have 3-row seating. It has 2-row seating. We got a little bit of under floor storage there and a little more up here. So if you're going to go on a trip, you need to hide something, stick it, you know, you got all your valuables, got all your, you know, jewels and so forth. You got to hide them underneath there.
Because we all carry jewels on trips.
You know, I'm on my trip, I got my jewels, I got my $100,000 violin and stuff like that underneath.
Right in there.
Anyway, we're going to show you the inside and take it on a little ride here. But again, $35,000. It has all-wheel drive, high track, I guess H-track is what they call it over here. And you know, for that price, I think that's a heck of a value. The interior, gray / black, dark top here. We got cloth seats, which are actually very comfortable. One of my complaints in the earlier version is I didn't feel like there was enough hip support and back support. This is a much better feeling seat that we have here, even though it's cloth. Again, we've got kind of some nice trim here. This is kind of a tweed look, don't you think, Paul? This
carbon fiber-ish?
Well, yeah, I think they want it to be kind of a mix of the two, so that's kind of nice. And we got an 8-inch screen. If you go all the way up to that calligraphy version, I think it has a 10-inch screen. So you get a little bit less screen here. We got we got the push button transmission, and then we have all the modes over here. We have snow, which we're going to need probably in a couple weeks here in Wisconsin. Sport, comfort, and smart. Smart supposedly learns how you're driving and adjusts. And if you're going to accelerate hard, it's going to give you a little more oomph, hold the gears a little bit longer. Got heated seats. Don't have cooled seats here. Don't have a heated steering wheel. But for 35 grand, I think this is a well-equipped car. If you need all that other stuff, which many of us would like to have, then you're going to go up to the next, either the limited or that calligraphy version. So we're taking a ride in the Santa Fe now. It is again a reasonable ride. I mean, a fairly smooth ride, I think, Paul. Not bad. Even though it's the so-called off-road XRT version, it's not firmed up a whole lot, and also it doesn't have any different engine in it. This still has the base engine, which is a 2.5 liter i4 with 191 horsepower, which it's not a lot. It does feel like it could use a little more power. If you go up to those higher limited and calligraphy versions, they got a 277 horsepower engine, which obviously is plenty, and it's turbocharged. So we're going to take a little spin through community here, and we'll see what kind of acceleration this has. And we can put it on the sport mode if we want, which let's go ahead and dial that in, Paul. We'll put it on the sport mode, and then that will give us a little bit more power and firms up the steering just a little. You can hear it. I mean, that's the other thing, is that the engine sounds like it's working a little harder in this one than it does in the other one. And we got to slow down because we're going into the town here.
Downtown Merton.
Downtown Merton. All the exciting village verdant things that go on here. So the Santa Fe comes right in between the Tucson and the Palisade. You need smaller, go Tucson. You need a bigger vehicle, go Palisade. This originally starts at a front-wheel drive model. The S starts out at about 28.3. They go all the way up to about 45,000, as we mentioned earlier. And this one is right in the middle. This XRT is right in the middle at that $35,000 range. If you want all-wheel drive, that always adds about $1,700 to any of the models. So this one has it on there already. So at $35,000, you got all-wheel drive. So I think it's a decent vehicle, certainly for anybody looking for a family vehicle at a very reasonable price with decent features on it also.